kids have ever heard of the carbohydrate loading? Anybody? Amy Brown? Okay, do you do it, Amy Brown? I love it. Do you do?
Like before a meet, like the night before, you go out and you have a big dinner.
Okay, what's your dinner going to be?
I don't know.
Lots of carbohydrates, though,
Yeah,
right?
like spaghetti.
Spaghetti? What's that? Pasta? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, really, a spaghetti type meal the night before a race is okay. Do you want to stuff yourself with them, though? No. No, but you want to feel comfortable, absolutely. We kind of call that a carbohydrate load. You're getting lots of carbohydrates before a big race, and then again, that's when those are going to stay in your body a little longer. So, and again, though, like I said, just keep in mind, you've got to have those carbohydrates after every one of you guys' workouts. How many of you guys are, especially you girls, how many of you guys eat pasta without any meat sauce on it? Lots of people do. I know they do. Yes. Actually, we really discourage that. Yeah, the pasta's good, but where's your protein? Do you like that meat sauce on that spaghetti? You do? Okay, for some of you, I've seen a few shaking of their heads. No, you don't like the meat sauce on the spaghetti. You'd rather have it plain, wouldn't you? I know my boys always did. So, what else could you use on those noodles though? How about sprinkling some cheese? You don't want meat sauce? Do some cheese on top of that. Because I want to see that protein. Your body, those carbohydrates are going to get into your body a lot easier if you do a combination of carbohydrates as well as protein. Okay? So don't skip that meat sauce. Or if you don't like that meat sauce, then you got to have some cheese on top of those noodles. Okay. How about some other meals? Who goes home and has a piece of meat, some mashed potatoes, and some veggies? Do any of you guys skip your mashed potatoes? Again, we want a combination of. I want to see all of that. I want to see some protein in your meat. So whether your meat is your chicken or your hamburger or your roast beef, whatever, and I want to see a potato there or pasta or some rice, and then try to get those veggies in as well anyway. So again, I'm looking for that combination. You've got to have a little bit of everything in your body. Okay. So tell me, so the night before the race, you are doing the carbohydrates at supper time. How about the swim meets? Are we talking split meets yet? One group in the morning, one group in the afternoon?
Depends on the meat.
Oh, it depends on the meet. Okay, so some of you guys who are parents have to be there all day. I remember those days. I love the split meets when we could go to the split meets. Except for one, my youngest boy would be, usually he was always in the morning, and then my older boy would be starting like at noon, 1 o'clock anyway. So, but I always appreciated when they were in that same age group. So, okay, so when you are, do you guys eat breakfast before you go to warm-ups?
Yes.
Good. What are you guys eating? Bananas? Very good. Got some fruit in there. We got some pancakes. Absolutely. We got the carbohydrates again. Exactly what I'm looking for. Carbohydrates, and you're going to put some syrup on those pancakes or waffles. So, again, try to be doing a little bit of breakfast before you go for that warm-up anyway. So, again, some guidelines for some of you the older kids anyway. If you have time, usually what we'll say is like if you have 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours before your first meet, if you can get some, I would like to see some combination again of some protein as well as some carbohydrates. So some scrambled eggs or some boiled eggs in addition to those carbohydrates, okay? 2 to 3 hours before your first event, for example, you really want to stick to primarily just your carbohydrates, and that could be your bread, your bagels, or your toast anyway. Some low-fat yogurts. I know a lot of the hotels will have the yogurts as well. But let's say you're racing your race is about an hour away. What do you guys do during that hour's time?
Drink lots of water.
You drink water. Okay, good, good. If you're a little bit hungry, what might you eat? You just wait. What's that? I'm hearing some. What's that?
Your
Some bread. You know what, probably if you're gonna race, you're a little bit hungry and you gotta race within the hour, what I would really encourage is maybe just do some fruit or a little bit of juice. So, or even a little bit of Gatorade, you know, so if it's a relatively close race, stick to just those carbohydrates again.